Hello, hello, and let's talk synthwave bass. I'll show you how I built a typical 80s style plucky synthwave bass sound, as you heard in the intro, on my beloved Sequential Pro 3. Don't worry, if you don't own this synth, you can apply this approach to almost any synth, whether it's hardware or software. And if you try this out on your gear and get stuck in the process, just drop a comment and I'm happy to help. So without further ado, let's start. We start with our oscillators, and for this we initialize our Pro 3 via pressing down and latch. And so we have a basic program. You hear it? This is just a basic saw wave, and I like to use the saw wave, but we go down an octave, and you now can choose whether you want to use two saw waves or two square waves, or you combine both. And I really like to combine saw and square. This is the saw, and now I turn it down and take this one and go to A, and this also down, maybe one octave more. Yeah, this could be nice. We shape the pulse width a little bit, and then you hear already a very nice sound. I like to give this one a little bit modulation. So I add an LFO, the first one, and our destination is the shape of the pulse width. And then we can maybe just listen to it, the pulse wave. You hear it? This is way too fast. Very good, I think. A bit more amount. Too fast. Yeah. We stay with the triangle. This is okay. Yeah, and that's it for the oscillators. Now we go ahead with the filter and the envelopes. For this, I like to add a little sequence, because when I play a sequence, I can adjust the filter and the envelopes with both hands, and this is way more easy. So I go to the sequencer or arpeggiator, because we need to change one thing. We need to go to the sequence modes, and here you see it is in single mode, and I want to go to the extended mode and to 32 steps, so we can play and record 32 steps in the sequencer. And that's yeah, our basic sequence in this case. So I record the sequence now. It sounds like this when I play it. It's a little bit too quick. Yeah. Now we follow with the filter. We have two options, in my opinion, here. Let's start the sequence and see what we can do. So, halfway around. And we have this 4-pole OTA, or we can use the 4-pole ladder filter, the typical Moog filter. It depends what you like to do. You hear a slight difference. It becomes clearer, in my opinion, when we add the filter envelope. So yeah, let's stop it for now. For the envelopes, we use a really quick attack. And because we want this plucky sound, we turn down the sustain almost completely and play with a sustain. So let's start. And we go to the filter envelope. Very quick attack. Decay. no sustain, quite quick release. Okay, you can hear where we go, but we also need to change the amp envelope, and it goes almost the same way. Very quick attack, decay, sustain. We need sustain here, but this is the long release, no long release. Turn down the filter a bit. And now we need to adjust the amount of the filter envelope. How much the envelope gets into the filter and the cutoff. You hear, this is very not bad. Maybe tune a little bit resonance and drive, a little bit filter drive, but not much, and also very low resonance. So when you turn up the resonance, you hear way too much, way too much, way too much. Yeah, so very low. When you turn up the resonance too much, you get in this 90s acid territory, and we don't want to be there. Now, let's check which kind of filter we use. This is a specialty of the Pro 3. This is the ladder filter. And this is the 4-pole OTA. I like this more in this case, I think. Yeah, I think this is more. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. I think we add filter velocity 2. And this is not bad, but it's very dry. So I will add some effects. Let's be a little bit careful with effects. I will add a slight chorus, but be careful when you turn up the amount of the chorus too much. It gets too wide and it's not gritty, and yeah, you lose a lot of attack and snappiness of the sound. So let's check how it is. We go again to our sequence and choose the correct effect. This is the chorus. Here, this is quite much chorus. We go to the parameters and a little bit depth, a little bit rate, the low pass cutoff also down a bit. And now we can play with the mix. So when I turn it off, without chorus, and with chorus. Big difference. Maybe a little bit less chorus in the mix. Yeah, that's not bad. That is the basic sound. And now you can tune and adjust from there. Maybe you can adjust the filter or the amp envelope, add more envelopes if your synth is able to do this. But this process from the oscillators, LFO, to the filter and the envelopes and maybe some effects is just the basic stuff. What I like to do for playing live with some kind of sound like this is to add some modulations. I just want to reach out and go to the mod wheel, and then I want to control the cutoff, but not to the full amount. So this would be the full amount, but I don't want this. So I turn down the amount to maybe, oh, this was too much, maybe half there. here. This is max. And this is enough for me. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah. And that is the way I am creating this kind of 80s style plucky synthwave bass sound. So now, thanks for watching. See you next time. And now we jam a bit more.